So in this video, Chewie is on the subway, and the subway is in the station, but it's leaving, and he ends up falling over because he wasn't paying attention. Now, if we go back and watch in slow motion, we can see exactly what's happening. At this stage right here, Chewie is in equilibrium. There are some forces acting on him. There's gravity, which is pulling downward, and then there's a force of the floor of the train, which is pushing upward on him. But those two forces are equal in magnitude, in size, so they cancel. And there's no other forces acting on Chewie at this stage, so he's in equilibrium. The net force is 0. He's not accelerating, constant velocity. But as the train starts to pull out to the right, his feet are touching the floor of the train, and as the floor of the train moves to the right, a large force is exerted on his feet, pulling them to the right as well. Now, this large force is going to cause his feet to change velocity, to accelerate off to the right. However, unfortunately for Chewie, there is no force being exerted on the upper half of his body, which we know from Newton's first law means that the upper half of his body is not going to change velocity. It's going to stay at whatever velocity it was at before, which in this case is 0. What that basically means is the upper half of his body is going to stay where it is, while the lower half of his body moves off to the right, speeds up to the right. That means he falls over. So if we watch the video, we can see this. Right now his head is kind of lined up with the right side of the U in Columbus Circle. And if you watch carefully, as I move this forward in time a little bit, as his feet move off to the right, his head stays just where it is. Let's see if I can do this slowly. So as he moves to the right, his head is still under the U of Columbus Circle, although his feet have moved all the way toward the C. His head, because of inertia and body, tends to stay where it is. Only the part of his body that's feeling a force is accelerating, but unfortunately for him, that means he's falling over, and then off the train. Sorry, Chewie, but don't worry, he was not hurt in the making of this